You know, there's a beautiful story in Genesis chapter 15, the very first few verses, where it says that after these things, the word of Adonai came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Do not fear, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward." And of course, Abraham begins to ask God, "Look, God, I don't have a son. I don't have anybody who is going to be the one who is my heir. And you've given me no seed." And then in verse 4, it says, "Then the word of Adonai came to him, saying, This one will not be your heir, but in fact, one will come from your own body. He will be your heir." And he took him outside and he said, "Look up now at the sky and count the stars if you're able to count them." And he said to him, "So shall your seed be." And Abraham believed in Adonai, and he reckoned it to him as righteousness. You know, that's a beautiful illustration of Abram's faith in God's faithfulness. And it's a beautiful expression of Abraham's faith in the person of God and in his promise. And because he trusted the promise of God, God counted it to him for righteousness. But I want you to notice something about this. God gave him a promise. God told him exactly what he was going to do, and obviously who's going to do it, that God was going to do it. But you know what God left out? The how. He didn't tell him how he was going to do it. All Abram had was the what. He was going to give him an heir, and the who. God was going to be the one to do it. But how he would do it? No, Abram was left in the dark about that. You know, sometimes when we walk with God, God will tell us and call us to do things in our life. He will invite us into an adventure with him. He may tell us exactly what he wants us to do. And obviously we know the who is inviting us into it. He is. But you ever notice that a lot of times he leaves out the how? He doesn't tell us how he's going to get us from point A to point B, or how he's going to make this change in our life, or how he's going to move us to where we need to be to accomplish what we feel like he's called us to be. This is where we have to trust him. It's important for us to know the what and the who, but the how is left in his hands. And we don't need to sit and try to figure it out, because, you know, when Abram tried to do that, he got in a mess. It ended up causing an whole lot of problems and a lot of issues. So trust the heart of God. Trust his faithfulness to work out the how. He may have invited you into something, and like Abram, you're waiting on that to unfold. He may have given you a vision, a calling to do something. You know exactly what it is, and you know who did it, but you don't know how he's going to accomplish it. Don't worry about it. Just trust him. Walk with him each day and watch how he will fulfill the how and bring it to pass.